Life is not happening to you, it is happening through you. Everything you see, touch, and experience is a reflection of the beliefs you hold within. If you desire a greater life, you must first cultivate a greater vision. The world you experience is nothing more than a mirror reflecting the beliefs you hold within. Everything you see, from the opportunities that come your way to the challenges you face, is shaped by the assumptions you carry. If you believe the world is filled with struggle, you will unconsciously seek out experiences that confirm that belief. But if you assume that life is abundant and full of possibilities, your reality will begin to reflect that assumption. The outer world is not separate from you, it is an extension of your inner world. Every person, situation, and circumstance that enters your life aligns with the dominant beliefs you hold. If you constantly affirm that you are unlucky, you will find evidence to support that claim. On the other hand, if you believe that good fortune follows you wherever you go, life will prove you right. The law is simple. What you expect, you attract. Most people live unaware of this truth, blaming external forces for their condition, not realizing that they are the ones directing the play of their lives through the thoughts they persist in. Your mind is the soil, and your beliefs are the seeds. Whatever you plant and nurture will eventually grow into form. If you dwell on fears, doubts, and limitations, those things will manifest as obstacles and hardships. But if you cultivate faith, confidence, and a deep knowing that all things work in your favor, life will unfold in ways that confirm that conviction. The key is to become aware of the thoughts and beliefs you entertain daily, for they are shaping your future in ways you may not yet see. Many spend their days trying to change external conditions, not realizing that true transformation begins within. You do not change your life by fighting against what is. You change it by shifting your perception and choosing to believe in a higher possibility. When you begin to see yourself as capable, deserving, and powerful, life will align itself to reflect that version of you. Your reality does not change because the world suddenly improves. It changes because you have chosen to see and believe in something greater. The truth is, you are always manifesting, whether consciously or unconsciously. The question is not whether the law is working, but whether it is working in your favor. Are your beliefs serving you, or are they limiting you? Take a moment to reflect on the assumptions you hold about yourself and the world. Are they ones that empower you, or ones that keep you stuck? If you wish to change your life, begin by changing the beliefs you entertain, for they are the blueprint from which your reality is created. Your life is not a series of random events. It is a direct reflection of the thoughts and assumptions you hold. Every situation you encounter, every opportunity or obstacle that arises, is the result of the beliefs you entertain in your mind. Whether you realize it or not, you are constantly shaping your reality through the thoughts you persist in. If you believe you are powerless, life will reflect that belief by presenting circumstances that reinforce your helplessness. But if you choose to see yourself as the master of your destiny, life will respond in kind, bending in your favor. Most people go through life reacting to their circumstances, unaware that they are the ones who created them in the first place. They blame external forces, luck, fate, or other people, for their struggles, not realizing that their own assumptions set those events into motion. Your world is not happening to you, it is happening through you. Every thought you accept as true becomes a cause that must produce an effect. If you assume that success is difficult and requires struggle, you will unconsciously manifest experiences that confirm that belief. But if you believe that success flows effortlessly to you, life will organize itself to reflect that assumption. Look at your life right now. The people around you, the circumstances you face, even the way you see yourself. All of it is a product of your dominant thoughts. The good news is that if you created your current reality, you also have the power to reshape it. You are not bound by past experiences or conditioned patterns. At any moment, you can choose new thoughts, adopt new beliefs, and step into a different version of yourself. The key is to persist in your new assumption, even before physical evidence appears. Your inner world must change first, and then your outer world will follow. You are not a victim of circumstances. You are the architect of them. The power to transform your life lies not in the external world, but within you. If you wish to see different results, you must first change your perception of yourself and your capabilities. Begin by assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Live in the certainty that you are already the person you desire to be, and soon the world will mirror that assumption back to you. Life will always give you what you expect, so expect greatness. If you truly grasp this truth, you will no longer feel at the mercy of life's events. You will understand that everything, every challenge, every success, every setback is simply a reflection of your state of consciousness. Change your thoughts, change your assumptions, and watch as your world transforms. You have been creating all along. Now it is time to do so deliberately. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine the most extraordinary version of yourself. See yourself living the life you desire, embodying the confidence, success, and happiness you long for. Feel it as if it is already real. Now, understand this. What you just saw is not a fantasy. It is a preview of what can be, if only you dare to accept it as your truth. The only thing standing between you and that reality is your willingness to believe in it. Most people remain trapped in their current circumstances because they refuse to see beyond them. They define themselves by their past failures, their current struggles, and the limitations others have placed upon them. But the truth is, you are not bound by what has been. You are only bound by what you continue to accept as true. The moment you dare to envision yourself as greater, as more capable, as already possessing the life you desire, you set in motion unseen forces that begin shaping your reality to match your vision. Your imagination is not just a place for daydreams. It is the creative power that molds your world. Everything you have ever achieved, every step you have taken, began first as an idea within you. So why not use that power intentionally? See yourself as successful, loved, abundant, and free. Walk in that assumption, and soon life will mirror it back to you. The world does not respond to who you think you are. It responds to who you believe yourself to be. To dare means to step beyond the familiar, to reject the old self-imposed limitations, and to embrace a new identity before the evidence appears. This is not wishful thinking, it is the foundation of all transformation. When you assume a new state of being, your thoughts, actions, and even the way people respond to you will change. You will find opportunities where there were none before. You will attract the right people, the right circumstances, the right resources, all because you finally allowed yourself to believe in a greater possibility. So ask yourself, who do you wish to be? What life do you truly desire? And most importantly, do you have the courage to see yourself as that person now, before the world confirms it? If you do, nothing can stop you. You are only ever one decision away from an entirely new reality. Dare to see yourself as you wish to be, and the world will follow. The secret to transforming your life is not in wishful thinking or relentless effort. It is in feeling the reality of your desire fulfilled. When you close your eyes and immerse yourself in the state of already having what you seek, you activate the unseen forces that bring your vision into existence. The world around you is not moved by mere words or empty affirmations. It responds to the emotions and beliefs you hold within. If you can feel it as real, it must become real. Most people place their happiness in the future, believing that once they achieve a certain goal, then they will feel complete. But this is the great illusion. You do not attract what you want, you attract what you are. If you constantly dwell in the feeling of lack, waiting for circumstances to change before you allow yourself to feel joy, success, or love, you will remain in an endless cycle of waiting. Instead, the key is to embody the feeling of your wish fulfilled now, as if it is already yours. Think of a time when you felt deep gratitude, excitement, or certainty about something you received. That feeling of absolute knowing, that sense of calm assurance, is what you must cultivate for the desires that have not yet materialized. Walk through life as if you are already the person you dream of becoming. Speak, act, and think from the version of yourself that has already achieved what you seek. The more you dwell in that state, the more the world will conform to it. Feeling is the bridge between imagination and reality. When you persist in a state of fulfillment, your mind, body, and actions align with it, and soon, external circumstances shift to match your inner world. You will find yourself drawn to the right opportunities, guided by an unseen hand, as events unfold effortlessly in your favor. This is not coincidence, it is the natural law in motion. So right now, ask yourself, if my desire were already fulfilled, how would I feel? Would I be at peace? Would I walk with confidence? Would I radiate joy? Whatever the answer, feel it now. Carry that feeling with you. Let it take root in your being and watch as the world rearranges itself to reflect your inner conviction. Your reality is not shaped by what you wish for. It is shaped by what you dare to feel as true. Before anything exists in the physical world, it first exists in the mind. Every invention, every breakthrough, every transformation, whether personal or global, began as a single thought, a vision in someone's. The mind is the birthplace of all creation. If you can see it in your mind with clarity and conviction, you are already on the path to making it a reality. The only question is whether you will nurture that vision or let doubt and fear extinguish it. History is filled with individuals who understood this truth, whether they were aware of it or not. The greatest leaders, thinkers, and creators all possessed an unshakable inner vision before the world could see their accomplishments. They refused to be limited by their circumstances. Instead, they held onto the image of what could be and acted as if it were already theirs. This is the power of the mind. When properly directed, it shapes reality to match the beliefs you hold within. Your mind is your most powerful tool, but most people use it against themselves. They allow fear, past failures, and limiting beliefs to dictate what they think is possible. They replay old stories of struggle and defeat, reinforcing the very reality they wish to escape. But the truth is, you are always imagining something. Why not imagine greatness? Why not see yourself as successful, capable, and deserving? If you must think, then think of something worth bringing to life. The world does not reward mere effort. It rewards vision backed by belief. When you hold a strong mental image of what you desire and persist in that vision, opportunities arise, people appear, and circumstances shift to bring it to life. It is not magic. It is the natural order of creation. The clearer your vision and the more deeply you feel it as real, the faster it moves from thought to form. But it all starts with the decision to believe in yourself before the evidence appears. So what is the great achievement you seek? A new life, a new career, a transformation in your circumstances? Whatever it is, begin within. See it, feel it, live in the certainty that it is already unfolding. The world is simply a canvas upon which your thoughts and beliefs are painted. Choose to create something extraordinary, because everything you seek already exists within you. You only need to claim it. From the moment you were born, the world has tried to define what is possible for you. Society, family, past experiences, and even your own doubts have constructed invisible walls around your potential. But here is the truth. Those limitations are not real unless you accept them. The only power they have is the power you give them. If you want to live a life of greatness, you must reject every imposed limitation and claim the freedom that has always been yours. Most people live within boundaries that were never their own to begin with. They were told they weren't smart enough, strong enough, or talented enough to achieve their dreams, and over time they believed it. But look closely. Who set those limits? Who decided what you could or couldn't do? Was it the world, or was it simply a belief you unknowingly accepted? The truth is, there is no external force holding you back. Only your mind can do that. The moment you decide that nothing is impossible for you, the barriers begin to crumble. Think of those who have defied expectations, people who have risen from adversity, shattered stereotypes, and rewritten the rules of what is achievable. They did not possess something you lack. They simply refused to accept the limitations placed upon them. Instead of asking, "Can I do this?" they asked, "What would happen if I acted as if it were already mine?" They stepped boldly into the vision of their desired life, and the world conformed to their certainty. When you reject limitations, you step into infinite possibility. The mind, when freed from doubt, becomes a force of creation. Instead of thinking about what you can't do, shift your focus to what you will do. Assume that every goal, every dream is already within your reach, and act accordingly. You are not meant to live confined by the fears of others. You are meant to expand, to grow, to prove that no obstacle is greater than your belief in yourself. So ask yourself, what limitations have you accepted without question? Who told you that you couldn't achieve what you desire? And more importantly, are you willing to release those false barriers and step into your full potential? The only real limits are the ones you refuse to challenge. Reject them, rise above them, and watch as life opens doors you never thought possible. Your life is a reflection of what you assume to be true. Every experience, every success, and every obstacle is shaped by the beliefs you hold, whether consciously or unconsciously. If you wish to change your reality, you must first change your assumptions. But it is not enough to simply entertain a new idea for a moment. You must persist in it until it becomes your new state of being. Most people try to change their lives by taking action alone, never realizing that their actions will always align with their deepest assumptions. If you assume that wealth is difficult to attain, no amount of hard work will break that cycle. If you assume that love is scarce, you will unknowingly push it away. But if you adopt a new assumption, one that supports the life you desire, and hold on to it despite appearances, reality will eventually conform. Persistence is the key. The moment you declare a new belief, the old one will try to fight back. Doubts will arise, circumstances may challenge you, and the world may not immediately reflect your new assumption. But do not be deceived. This is merely the old reality dissolving. If you persist, if you refuse to waver, a shift will occur. What once seemed impossible will become natural, and what once felt like a dream will become your everyday experience. The world is simply a mirror, reflecting back the assumptions you hold the longest. If you constantly shift between believing in your success and doubting it, your life will remain in a state of confusion. But if you stand firm in the assumption that you already have what you seek, that you are already the person you desire to be, then nothing can stop it from manifesting. Your assumption, when held with unwavering faith, becomes an undeniable reality. So what is the new truth you are ready to accept? That you are successful, that you are loved, that you are capable of achieving anything? Assume it now. Walk in that belief. Let it saturate your mind and emotions until it feels natural. And most importantly, persist. Do not let the illusion of the present moment shake your certainty. If you hold fast to your new assumption, the world must shift to reflect it. That is the law. The greatest secret to transforming your life is to live as if your dream is already real. Not to hope, not to wish, but to embody the reality of your desire in every thought, feeling, and action. You are not separate from your dream. It already exists within you, waiting to be expressed. The moment you decide to assume it as true, the world begins to shift to match your inner conviction. Most people wait for external proof before they believe in their vision. They say, "I will feel successful when I achieve my goal," or "I will feel happy when my circumstances change." But this is backwards. You do not attract what you want, you attract what you are. If you want success, you must feel successful now. If you desire love, you must walk through life as someone who is already loved. The state of fulfillment must come first, and then the world will reflect it back to you. This is not about pretending or forcing a false sense of confidence. It is about aligning your inner world with your desired reality. If you truly had your dream life today, how would you think? How would you speak? How would you carry yourself? Begin to embody those qualities now. Move through the world as if your success is inevitable. Speak as though you have already arrived. Feel the emotions you would feel if everything you desired had already come to pass. When you persist in this state, your outer world must rearrange itself to match. Doubt will try to creep in. The world may not immediately reflect your new state, and old fears may whisper that nothing is changing. But if you remain firm, if you refuse to accept anything less than your desired reality, then all forces must yield to your assumption. This is the power of faith in action. You are not hoping, you are knowing. You are not waiting, you are being. So ask yourself, if my dream were already real, how would I live today? Then go and live that way. Let your every thought, every action, and every expectation reflect the truth that your desire is already yours. The world does not create your reality, you do. Live in the end and watch as life rises to meet you. You are not a prisoner of circumstances, nor are you at the mercy of fate. You are the creator, the architect, the master of your destiny. Every thought you persist in, every assumption you hold, is shaping your reality at this very moment. The power has always been within you, not in the hands of the world, not in the opinions of others, but in you. So dare to see yourself as you wish to be. Reject the limitations imposed upon you. Persist in the belief that your desires are already fulfilled, and live as if your dream is real. This is not a passive wish. It is a conscious decision to embody the life you were meant to live. The world will reflect whatever you assume to be true, so assume the highest and best for yourself. Walk with confidence, knowing that your desires are not distant hopes, but present realities unfolding before you. Refuse to waver. Refuse to let doubt take hold. Hold firm to your vision, and reality must conform. Now, go forward with certainty. Step boldly into your new reality. The life you desire is already yours. Claim it,